Hi guys, welcome to Coding Ambitions, and today we will learn about Android RecyclerView, and we will also cover MVVM, and we will cover RecyclerView with MVVM model view model architecture pattern. So if you are, first of all, I would like to say you guys, if you are new to my channel, then don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon for notifications whenever I will post new videos, so that you will never going to miss that. So first of all, I would like to say you guys, if we want to display list of users, or if we want to display any kind of list in any app, then in Android there are two choices available there. First one is list view, second one is recycler view. So list view has many disadvantages, it has many drawbacks which has been improved by recycler view. So I would explain them. So first of all, let's have some introduction about those points, and let's see. First of all, let's run advisor, then I will run my app in devicer, then I will show you some practical apps, then it will become better. Guys, you can see this is the Gmail app, and this is the list of our mails, and you can see. So this is basically recycler view is used here, and let's say if we have used list view here, so you can see there are thousands of lakhs of emails there available. So if we have been using list view, then what will happen is list view creates each view in the memory, each view. So basically if there are 15 items, if there are 100 items, so it will create 100 views items for each item, 100 item views for each item. So there arises many issues like memory issues, or there are many issues that arises. It also slow down the performance. So scrolling is also not that fast as in RecyclerView. So RecyclerView improves these things by recycling the views. Basically what RecyclerView do is it just displays, it creates the views only for the items those are currently visible on the screen. So you can see there 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So basically these 7, it is creating views only for these 7 layouts. So whenever we will scroll down, so what will happen here is, and this view, this new view is, that is how this view is getting created. Basically it's not creating any view, it is using the views which are going above here. So let's say if let's check it again. This is now, this is the view, it will go up, and below that there will be some another new view that will come up. So this view will be used there below this view here. For this view, that is the view, this is the view that has gone above the current visible screen, that will be used there. So this is the recycling process of recycler view, which helps in faster performance of the list items, and it also helps in reducing memory errors because there is less memory used here in the recycler view. So this is the main advantage of recycler view over list view. So and if you want to know about how this recycling of views works, it is a very in-depth tutorial. So I will make a separate video on this, how recycler view works internally, how recycling of views happens. So stay tuned on my stay tuned on my YouTube channel for that video as well. So today we will cover recycler view with MVVM. So we will see how we can use recycler view with model view and ViewModel. So, and we will use just simple list of users. We will create a recycler view and display a list of users in that recycler view. So for that, first of all, let's add a recycler view in our layout. This is the recycler view, and its width should be match parent, and height as well match parent. Let's close this. Let's give it an ID. Users recycler view, and let's align it top to top of parent, as width is match parent, so we don't need left or right constraint here. You can see this is on the full screen, and now we will go to here, and this is the model which I have created for you guys. So data class is the model in the Kotlin. In the Java as well, if you create a model, then you have to define many methods there, getter and setter methods. So this is the one of the main advantage of Kotlin over Java. This is very short data class in the Kotlin, so there is no need to define getter and setter methods in the Kotlin. And now this is model is already available now. And what is view? If you want, first of all I would like to tell you guys, if you would like to learn about what is MVVM, basics of MVVM, you can view my previous video on the channel. I will put the link of that video in the description. In that video I have explained what is MVVM basically. So I will also give you just a brief introduction in this video as well. M is for model. Model is just the data which is we are going to display. Let's say if we have list, then we can use list of users, and user is the model here. So, and view is the just our XML that is being displayed there. Activity and XML, all these parts comes under the view. And view model is third and main important part of the MVVM architecture, which holds all the UI related data. It holds the logic how we are getting the data, how we are modifying the data. All those things are done in the view model. So let's create a view model here. Just create a class here, users view model, and it extends view model. Let's import that. So this is the class which got created, and now what we will do is we will create a variable here, private, where users view model. Basically we will create it as late init var, because we are going to initialize it later, of type users view model. And now we will initialize it here, users view model. There are two ways we can initialize view model. First one is by using the activity ktx Gradle library, and that is the faster, and that has many more advantages over the other method. That only creates the view model whenever that view model is first time used. But this is the second method. For first here we will use this method, so I will cover that method in later videos. This method creates it whenever it onCreate method gets called, irrespective of whether we are going to use that or not. So we should use that method, but for that that will take time here, so I am trying to reduce the time of the video, so I will cover that thing in the next videos. So here what we will do is ViewModel provider, passing the instance here, then get name of the view model. Basically here we will use class of the view model, and in the Kotlin how we use the class using this operator, and then class.java. As users view model. So this is the way of, but this is not needed, I think. That's why Kotlin highlighted that thing. So now view model is initialized here, and now what we are going to do is we will use private var underscore users. This is the variable which we will modify, which we can update from the view model as well. So that's why I have used underscore here. If you want to know more about this, you can view my previous video. of type mutable live data of type user. And this is live data type because we will not modify this and we will only observe this data, and we will assign that users variable to this variable. And now we will create a method here, get users. So basically whenever we fetch any API data from any API or from local database, we use ViewModel.scope. We use coroutines concept there. But first of all, let's just create a list here. List of type mutable list of user, and then add list dot add. We will add just some users here. So we can see what are the variables there: name, user ID, and profile pic. Profile pic is int. I have just taken for because I will add drawable here only, so you can use it according to, if you are fetching from URL, then you can use string and then you can use that accordingly. So this is the first name. So what we will do is Sunil, and what is the second variable? User ID. Let's take it fun. Third one is r.drawable dot this is just an accounts pic, so we will use that pic. So let's add some more users to the list. John, Philip, I'm using Indian and foreigner names basically at random. So these are just some names. And now what we will do is we will set the value of users data there, that is mutable live data dot value is equal to this list. This is list of users, and basically required, it's asking for nullable and list is not nullable. So what we can do here is we can make it nullable and this one as well. So that's it. Now what is asking for is type mismatch, required font list, list dot I don't know why it's showing this error. I have changed that thing here as well. Let's try out this one here. Let's take it as there as well. It's asking for required label, but still it's not. I think this is happening due to the here what we will do is we have to use list. That's why that's asking for that error. And here again we will use list of users. So now it is okay. We have set the value of that live data, mutable live data from as this list, and we have assigned this value to this users, which we will be going to observe there. And now what we will do is we will first of all let's create an item layout for user. That is for user, and here we will use an image view width. Let's take it 50 dp, height also 50 dp, top to top of parent. We want it vertically in the center, so bottom to bottom of parent as well. That will align it vertically in the center, and we want it in the left to left of parent, in the left side. And let's give some padding to this layout. Padding horizontal of 16 dp, and let's give an ID to this layout, user image view and now we need a text view there. Width would be wrap content, height again wrap content, again just copy bottom and top constraint from here because we want it in the center, vertically in the center, and we want left of this to the right of user image view. Let's give it height of wrap content, and this is text view. Let's give a margin and of 16 dp. We can give margin left 16 dp here. It's showing now. Let's try it out. Just give a text for testing here, and if it's working, so this will not work here because this layout is being used in the right of, so this is being used in the right of this view, so we will give margin in this layout. With this margin will not work, so let's remove this and give it an ID. User name text view, and let's give some divider here, or if you wish you can use card view. It depends upon you. You can use, let's use card view here. Width should be match parent, height should be wrap content, and what we will do is we will put this content using a constraint layout in this card view. Width match parent, height wrap content. So let's take this inside that, and let's assign it top to top of parent. So this is card view here. Now give it an elevation, card elevation of 4 dp, and let's give it radius of 4 dp as well. Margin vertical of 4 dp as well. So this is being displayed here. What we will do is we will change the background color of background so that it will look good. First of all, let's run it there. Its height is actually, we have set wrap content, so we set it as 50 dp, or we can set it as 70 dp actually. Oops, it got 70 dp. Bottom to bottom of, and so it will be in the center. And now what we will do is we will set the data, and now we will set adapter and layout manager to the recycler view. So we will take variable, not variable actually, well, because before that let's do one more thing. Let's create an adapter there, because we need adapter for recycler view. Create a Kotlin class, users, recycler, adapter, and what it will extend is list adapter. So previously we used to use recycle adapter for recycler view, but list adapter has some benefits over that. It is very fast than recycle adapter, simple adapter, base adapter, or adapter you can say. So it is very fast than that, because it only whenever list gets changed, it only applies the changes to the list. It does not recreate the list. I will cover this topic as well in the separate video. So because if I will explain that here, then video will be very long. So it takes two parameters there, generic parameters. First one is type. Type is model, or what kind of item it will hold. Second one is ViewHolder. For ViewHolder, let's first of all create a class here, users, RecyclerView holder, and that is of type RecyclerView.ViewHolder. And let's add item view here. So this is used here. Let's import this, and this is this constructor, and it takes as parameter as well here. It takes list diffutil callback here. That is used, basically that is the main thing which is used for comparing the list, and that only changes that applies the only changed items in the current list. So let's create that class as well, users diffutil callback. It extends diffutil dot item callback of type user. Here that is the type of item. And now let's implement its methods. You need to implement this method every time you create an adapter. So here what we will do is just return compare items and return the results. So what you do is, if the items are same, so then these methods are used for checking if items are same or not, and this is used for if content is same or not. So there is difference between these. So we will implement this way. Triple equal operator is used for the content inside the item. So this is used just for the type of the items or value of the item. So this is for the contents. So let's pass this class here, and now it is okay. Now it is asking for implement methods. Those are create ViewHolder and bind ViewHolder. You might have heard about these methods. These are same as we were using in the previous adapters. And now what we will do is on create ViewHolder method is gets called whenever view is created first time. Data is not binded for displaying, but view is just, it creates the view. But whenever view gets displayed, that is the on bind ViewHolder which binds the data and displays the data. So first of all, let's create, it will return this type, user ViewHolder. So what we will do here is we use an inflator here So we will take that from context compat. You can use get system service method here, and what we need, which service we need is left inflator, and pass the class.java and as layout inflator. What it's asking is layout inflator. Actually it takes two parameters there, parent dot context as well. Yes, and now what we will do is we will get a binding, and what is the item here, user. You might have heard about view binding. It automatically creates the binding classes for all the views, so I have enabled that thing. Binding dot inflate, this method is used to inflate, and it takes three parameters. First one is parent, second one is first one is inflator, second one is parent, and third one is false attached to parent. We don't need to touch that. And now let's return that view holder. So basically we will pass binding from here directly, so that we don't need to use views every time. So we will just bind it, and this needs the root view. So how we will get root view is binding dot root. It will apply the root view, it will pass the root view from the binding to the this constructor. So this is done now, and now this is the time for showing the data. Val item is equal to this is the method which is used. Get item method is used from the picking up the item at particular position in the list adapter. And now we can use, basically now binding is not available here because we have not, yes, we have created the variable, but binding will not be available directly here. It will be available through holder dot binding dot user image view dot set image drawable. So because we have drawable there, actually we need to use get drawable method here. So what we will do is holder dot binding dot root dot get context dot get drawable, and here we will pass this id, because we can call this method on the context. So for getting context we need root view of the item. So and how we will get root view from the binding. So this is done, and now let's set the name as well. Dot text equal to item, just set the user id, name here, and name is set. So we are done with this part. Let's see what it's showing here. Oops, we have not returned here, return statement is missing. So now it is done, and now let's create this adapter variable here, private file. We will create it by lazy because lazy annotation is used in Kotlin. Private file. First of all, let's give the name of the variable here by lazy. Lazy annotation is used whenever we know that we don't need this variable immediately. So what lazy annotation variable do is it only initialize this variable whenever it is being called at first time. It is being used at first time, and it also creates the only singleton instance that is created only first time when that variable got used. So now just pick up the recycler view and we need to set. So this is the adapter which we need to set on the recycler view. What this adapter do is it binds the list to the views. So this is the main component of recycler view, because that's why we have written the logic here. On create view holder creates the views, on bind view holder displays the data and binds the data for displaying that. So these are the some points related to recycler view. So let's pick up the recyclerview dot apply. Now there is one more variable which we need to create, that is layout manager, that is used for private let init where linear layout manager. If we want either horizontally or vertically, then we can use linear layout manager there. Now let's initialize it there. Linear layout, because we don't want grid here. So for grid layout, if we want two items in the row, so for that we can use grid layout manager. But we want only one item, either horizontal or vertically. We want only one item in the list, so we can use linear layout manager here, and it takes three parameters. First one is context. So context is basically this, we can pass this here. Second one is orientation, so we can use recyclerview dot vertical orientation. Third one is reverse layout. No, we don't need reverse layout. So that is the linear layout manager. And now what we will do is we will set the layout manager here, linear layout manager, and adapter as well. Adapter is called to users recycler adapter, and now we will need to call that method from recyclerview to getting the users. So this method, what this will do is it will set the mutable data list in the user view model here. This list, it will set this list, then we will observe this will be added to this list. And now what we will do is we need to observe the data, because how ViewModel architecture works is whenever data gets changed, so let's say whenever we are doing this functionality, then at that time data is not available, so it is being loaded from the network. So how we will observe that? We will use observe method here for that variable dot users dot observe, and here we will use lifecycle owner and main activity is the lifecycle owner. And now observer. So now what we will do is we need to update the adapter, because if we want to update the data, now data will list of the adapter will be updated. So how adapter works is it works on the basis of list. So what we will do is in the list adapter submit list method is used, and it is the variable in the Kotlin. This is Kotlin's arrow function syntax. So it is being displayed here, list of users, you can see here. So now it will submit the data, and now what this method will do is it will update the list. So and then according to these it will call back, it will apply the changes to the list, and then our views will be get recreated because adapter will get notified. So let's now run our app and see what happens. So this is the list view. So recycler view and list of data is being displayed there, and let's add some more items to that. And let's add some margin at all sides. That will look good. Margin horizontal this one, and margin vertical some more higher value than this. That will look good. Let's see on our app. Let's add some, meanwhile we will add some more users there. Let's just repeat some users. Just I'm doing on, and let's change its ID as well. Now you can see this list is being displayed here. So what RecyclerView do is basically it just, let's say now 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So basically what it will do is it just create 7 items only create here. So whenever we will scroll, then it will use this view for creating this view. That view that will go above, that is called the dirty view. That is the view which got recycled, and then it use that view here for recreating this view. So this is the recycling of view. This has huge advantage over list view. So this is about the recycler view. And there is one more thing we can do is basically there is one method here, set has fixed size. We can set it true. This helps RecyclerView in the optimization of views for faster development. This we can use this if we know that in the advance the size of the item will be fixed. Upon changing the data, size of the item will be still fixed. So for that purpose we can use this. It will further improve the performance of RecyclerView. Now let's say now for this view Ashruti, what it will use is it will use this view Sunil, because it got out of sight now and it will be used here for that view. So that is the magic of RecyclerView. So that is how RecyclerView works. But I will explain create some more videos for in-depth explanation of how RecyclerView basically works, how it reuses the views. And there is one more thing which I forgot to explain is the ViewHolder. Basically use the recycler ViewHolder. The ViewHolder is the very important aspect for recycling. Let's say if we have some item, let's say this is the item, and now we have so many views. There might be some more views in this, some other cases. So if we will use find view by ID, then what it will do is it will increase the load, because what find view by ID works is it finds that view inside the full hierarchy of the views for that item. So for each view, for this one, for that one, for every view, it will go through the complete hierarchy of the views of the item. So that increases the load on the recycler view. So that decreases the performance of the recycler view. So for that purpose, ViewHolder is used in the recycler view. ViewHolder, what it does is it holds the all these views in the single view. It creates the single item view. So it enables the recycling of views in the recycler view. It makes that thing easy. So this is all about the recycler views, and I hope now you guys have an idea about recycler view with MVVM. You can see this is the user view model, and this is the view model. In the view model we have done all the things. We have fetched the list of users. Similarly, we can fetch this list from the network, and for that we can use view model scope. That is the coroutines concept. I will come to that later in the coming videos. So we will do that thing as well in the coming videos. So this is all about the recycler views. Now you have an idea about recycler view, and if you like the video you can share it, and don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel for Android app development tutorials, Flutter tutorials, and full stack web development. And I will see you in the next videos in the coming tutorials. So till then, bye bye, take care and have a great time.